Hi guys, welcome. So this is it's gonna be a pair card reading. So I've got some crystals here, and I will hold them up so that you can pick them out. I also took pictures so that we can meditate on them. I will add that into the video when I edit it. But first, I want to tell you a little bit about me and how I read. So I am a medium. I am a direct connect channel, I call it. I connect directly to source and the divine and your guides, and I channel messages that way. I do use tarot to help during the readings, but typically I channel the message first and then I pull cards, and the cards are kind of like confirmation. They tell a little bit more of the story. However, if you cannot handle the truth, click off this video and go listen to somebody else's reading, because I do not sugarcoat any fucking thing, ever. I give the message exactly as it comes through. Whether or not it makes sense to me, I just deliver the message based off of the energy and what I am receiving. So sometimes those messages are tough love. And it is what it is. Sometimes they're happy things. Sometimes, there's shit that you gotta focus on in your life that you're ignoring, and your guides want you to pay attention to it, right? And so I just channel whatever's coming through. I don't really focus on love, money, or topics like that. I allow spirit to dictate what the reading is going to be about. So this reading right here is just going to be a general reading on what it is that you need to know right now. So if love comes up, then love comes up. If money comes up, then money comes up. If career comes up, then career comes up. It is what it is, right? If shadow work comes up, if growth comes up, it's gonna be whatever it is that comes up. So let's go ahead and take a minute. Let's take a nice deep breath, and we will start to allow the things to come through. So the 3 stones that I have here for your choices, we have group 1 is going to be this beautiful angel aura amethyst. It's so pretty. It's got so many rainbows in it. It's so sparkly. It's making so many shiny sparkles on my pillows up here, because the sun is just making it feel so dirty. Okay, so that's group 1. Group 2 is this beautiful spirit quartz, which is also having lots of beautiful sparkles in it. The sparkles are in my eyes, though. I don't know. Maybe we can catch one for the video. There we go. So this is group 2. And then group 3, I forget what this square is called, but it's quartz. It is from my my sacred geometry set. So it's a really cool square. It's got little triangles. All the squares have little triangles on them. It has a very specific name. It's a certain type of cube, but I'm forgetting the name of the type of cube. So this is group 3. Okay. So with that being said, go ahead and make your choice. Pick your card. I'm going to put the timestamps down in the video below. And let's go ahead and connect with group 1. So right away, I'm getting this very airy fairy energy, very high vibrational, very kind of head in the clouds kind of thing. I definitely feel like you need some grounding. So let's go ahead and do some grounding first, and we'll do a little bit of clearing as well. So ayat uraset ayat uramaya titi tusut ayamat uraya mait uraya mat iyamat 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 iyut uraya mat isut uraya mat iyamat iyamat iyat uraya 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 uraya. Alright, so that's better. Nothing wrong with being airy fairy, and nothing wrong with being a dreamer and having your head in the clouds, but grounding is really, really important. And so it's the reason why it's important is because we're here to be in our bodies and to have a physical experience. And when you're ungrounded, you are not in your body completely, and it makes things harder for one, okay? And it makes it really hard for you to be able to integrate energies. So like if you're trying to manifest stuff and you're very ungrounded, there's a very likely chance that your manifestations are not going to come to fruition because you're not grounding yourself into this reality. So how can your manifestations ground into this reality? You feel me? So yeah, I don't have a tripod right now, so I was using that. Sorry about that. So you're definitely, what I'm getting here is that you need to have a grounding practice, okay? First thing you do in the morning, you should be grounding, right? Grounding and gratitude, always, every day. And if you are like me, and you are a high vibrational being, then you need to be doing grounding more than once a day. Okay, you should be eating grounding foods. You should be doing grounding things like working out. Okay, working out is very grounding for you. It brings you into your physical body, into this present moment, right? So do some yoga. There are a lot of really grounding yoga poses. Any standing yoga pose is really, really grounding. Also, like riding a bike is really grounding. Going to the gym is really grounding. Going swimming is really grounding. It's also really healing to go swimming. It's really great for you. So definitely start working on a grounding practice. And I feel like this person that I'm talking to is definitely needing grounding because of the high vibrations. You know, maybe you just started your ascension journey, or maybe you've been on it for a while and you just like, you're like, oh, I don't need to ground. Yeah, right? That was me a long time ago. Like 10 years ago. I was like, boy, I don't need to ground. And then I started grounding, and I started to realize like how much easier life became when I was grounding, right? And just because you're grounding more does not mean that you're not going to be able to connect with the fairies and the higher realms, and you're not going to be able to daydream more. It does not mean that at all, right? It just means that you are more grounded into your body and here in this now moment, and you are physically present in your life, right? Because that is important. That's so important. So I'm getting a message or an urge to talk about grounding foods, right? So the food that you eat is really important, right? And I'm not gonna be here and say that you have to eat a strictly vegan diet. I don't eat the vegan diet. If you're vegan, that's really cool. If you're not, that's also really cool. But grounding foods are really important, right? So you want to eat foods that are associated with the root chakra because those will help ground you. Also, potatoes. Oh, potatoes are so grounding and they're so good. If you're like me and you are constantly channeling a lot of energy, potatoes, oh my gosh, they will be your best friend. Potatoes with some onions, ooh, and some eggs. Oh, fuck yeah. I think that's what I'm gonna have after this. But yeah, so eat some grounding foods. Figure out a routine that works best for you. So in the morning when you wake up, do a grounding meditation, right? And so if you don't know what that looks like, a grounding meditation can look like anything really, but essentially it is focused with the intention of grounding you, right? So we'll do a little guided one right now. So go ahead and just close your eyes. Take a deep breath, and I want you to visualize a cord coming from your root chakra, or if you're aware of your Earth Star chakra, visualize the cord coming from there. Likewise, you can also visualize roots coming from your feet. And these roots or these cords, whatever it is that you choose to visualize, they are going to go deep down into the Earth's core, and it's going to connect with Gaia at her center and her core. And this is going to ground you not only into your beingness, into your body, but it's going to connect you to Earth and to Gaia and keep you grounded here on this planet. And that's going to actually, believe it or not, allow you to bring more of these energies down and through and to channel more. A lot of people start to think that like if they ground then they won't be able to connect as much, but that's not true. Grounding allows us to form a better and deeper connection with ourselves. Therefore, we are able to have a better connection with the universe and the cosmos. So some more light language is coming through right now. just gonna go ahead and let that come through. Ayasut urayamat iyamat 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 i. And this right here is a clearing for your third eye. Atisut uray tisut ura tusut urayamat iyamat iyamat uraya 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 uraya. Turaya 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 sat iya sut uya. We're clearing away all illusions. Clearing away the disillusionment. Ayati, 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 ayati. Okay. So I just like had the urge to connect with this crystal again, and I feel like that's the message that's coming through for you too, is that you're being urged to connect with crystals. Whatever crystals are calling to you, connect with them. Whether you have a crystal collection or not. If you have one, go connect with your crystals. If you don't, go find crystals, allow them to pick you. Don't pick the crystal. Allow the crystal to pick you. If you don't know what I mean, when you go to the stores or the crystal store, or when you get online, you will know exactly what I mean, because it will call to you and it'll just be like, pick me, take me out, please, 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 right? That's the one that you need to connect with, all right? So go ahead and connect with your crystal. And right now, if you don't have any crystals, or if you do, we're just going to connect a little bit more deeply with this angel aura amethyst. So just close your eyes again and take a deep breath. And we're going to connect with this energy and allow for it to be grounded and integrated into our system and to work its magic for us. And I'm hearing this question. I don't know who it is that's watching. I know that, eventually a lot of people are going to watch this video. But somebody is like, why is she spinning in circles right now? My Kundalini is just really active. When I get really connected, that's just what happens. I cannot help it. I cannot stop it. I'll just spin. So maybe I'm being urged to say this also to share, not only to answer the question for whoever it was that was having that question, but for somebody who might be experiencing this and might be deepening their awakening, and deepening their meditation practice. If that starts happening to you, do not freak out, okay? A lot of crazy stuff will happen to you when you meditate consistently, okay? So a little bit about me, a backstory about my meditation journey, right? I started meditating, like 13 years ago now. Damn, it was a long time ago. Right, so I found it after like this big traumatic thing, and I was in college, and I was trying to escape by overworking myself with all these things, and I decided to take a yoga class. And I took it because I wanted an easy A, because I wanted to have a good GPA so that I could get in on the honors class, and I did, okay? But anyway, the class ended up being the best class that I could have taken. And the teacher, she taught not only about yoga, but about meditation and mantras as well, okay? And so I'm sitting here, and she's talking about meditation, and she's talking about how all these weird things can happen, and I'm just like, okay, bitch, whatever, right? And then 13 years later, after I consistently kept doing it, there was periods of times where I stopped because life got crazy, or because I just thought it wasn't working, or whatever. I was just being stubborn. But after about 13 years of having a consistent or somewhat consistent meditation practice, things started happening. My Kundalini started activating. So I don't know who that was for, but somebody's going on a jet plane. They're going on an adventure. But anyway, back to the story and what I was saying, right? So things start actually happening to you when you meditate. So, first thing that happens to you when you meditate is it changes your neurological system and the physiology of your body, right? The central nervous system, which is more than just your brain, it's your entire body, okay? So it changes that, okay? And then the more that you do it, the more things that unlock within you, okay? So you start spinning like this. Some people, they rock back and forth. Some things that have happened to me, right, my whole entire body sometimes will just shake if I'm in a very deep meditation. The first time that happened to me was the first time I ever listened to a chakra meditation, and I cleansed and cleared all of my chakras. And on the 10th day, right, I did it 10 days in a row, and on the 10th day my entire body started shaking, and that's actually what started my kundalini activation and the awakening of my kundalini. But yeah, so if you're meditating, don't give up. And if you have been meditating consistently and weird things are happening and it's freaking you out, there is nothing wrong with you. It's actually a really good sign that you are evolving and that you're growing and that you're opening up to who you truly are and your divinity, and you're allowing for things to flow through you freely, right? You also might have light language start coming through. You might have like weird things start happening with your hands, right? Okay, that is totally normal. Okay, people might say it's crazy and it's weird, but it is normal. It happens when you meditate. It's pretty fucking cool if you ask me. I'm gonna pull some self-care cards. I really don't feel like we need to pull any other cards for you, but I definitely feel like self-care is needed with this group. So we're gonna pull some self-care cards. This is from the Sacred Self-Care Oracle deck. That's one of my favorites. I started pulling a card a day on my TikTok and Instagram. I'm going to start posting them on YouTube as well. But let's get a one for you, or a few. Let's see what just comes out, okay? So the first one that came out is dance, okay? Moves through dance. Dance is also very grounding, right? Because it moves your body, it gets you in this physical moment. So this is a really great way for you to get grounded and for you to just, indulge in some self-care and some self-healing. Ooh. I guess we need some smoke cleansing, because it is just good. It is just burning. So, dance. Dance, dance. Dance, dance. It feels like 3 more want to come out here, so let's just see. Let's just see what else wants to come out today. What wants to come out and play? Hey, hey, hey. Maybe sing. Maybe we're gonna get the card of singing, because I love to sing. I love to sing about the moon and the June and the June. T4 to an enemy and you. I love to sing. So singing is it's really good for you. It's very healing. Use your hands, okay? So you're being guided to use your hands. In this picture here, she is making some clay pots. She's doing pottery with her hands. So maybe do some pottery or some woodwork, I'm getting. Or some steel work, anything that has you using your hands, maybe some wire work, maybe maybe go get some crystals and some wire, some copper wire, and make some wire wrapped crystals, make some necklaces. Ooh, yeah, I want to go do that now. I haven't wire wrapped in a long time. Oh, look, I definitely felt like this group connects with the fairies, and you definitely do, because look, this card says look for fairies. Look for the fairies and connect with them, okay? So the fairies are trying to connect with you. You have a very deep connection to the elemental realm. You might even be an incarnated fairy. What? Or maybe, one of the aspects of your multidimensional self is a fairy, right? I know one of mine is. That was one of the first aspects that I actually started connecting with, was my angelic self and my fairy self, right? So look for the signs of the fairies in your life. Look for them. Reach out to them, communicate to them, invite them into your life if you haven't already. They are so fun to play with. They are a little bit mischievous though, so just, if you invite them into your home and stuff starts moving around and stuff, but just know that that's the fairies. They're just playing games. They love to play. Play is so important to them. They are so playful. So playful. So the last two that came out here is energy work and make a vision board. So this card, the energy work, has two meanings I'm feeling for you, right? So the first meaning for you is, you know, the obvious one is to do some energy work. Whether you know how to do it yourself or not, find somebody who can do some for you. Or if you know how to do it yourself, get into some deep energy work. Clear your chakras, clear your energy bodies, clear your aura, all that stuff, and get into it. And the second meaning here is that you are an energy worker, okay? So you are capable of doing energy work yourself if you aren't already aware of that. If you are aware of it, you should start learning more about it and how to facilitate it for people safely and correctly. And if you aren't aware of it, you should definitely look into it and see what it is for you. I'm getting healing hands here, so you have healing. If your hands get all tingly and hot, that's healing hands, right? That is energy coming from your hands to heal, right? So Reiki comes through that way. Cosmic energy also comes to, I call it cosmic energy healing, right? It's just a divine cosmic energy that comes straight from the cosmos, and it's so healing. It's so powerful, so powerful, right? It also comes through the hands. Cosmic energy comes through the whole entire body, but it comes through the hands as well. And then make a vision board, okay? So back to the manifestations here, right? I feel like this group is trying to manifest a lot, but having trouble with seeing them come to fruition. Make a vision board, okay? Make a vision board for your manifestations. Look at it every day and see how fast it comes to fruition for you there, okay? And I'm going to end this group here, and we're going to move on to the next group. So I'm just going to go ahead and just clear that energy. My whole thing of sage is done. That was like a half a bundle of just like, that group needed a lot of clearing, I guess. Okay. So let's put these back for now. So group 2 is this beautiful spirit quartz. This is one of my favorite crystals that I have right now. It's just so beautiful. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get connected to this energy here. The energy for this group is a lot denser than group 1. It feels like group 2 has been going through a lot. It feels like just like one thing after the next, 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 after the next. It's like, when does this shit ever fucking stop, right? And it stops when you go within and you do the shadow work that you need to do instead of running away from it, right? When you get your mindset right, and you get your heart right, and you get your heart in alignment with your mind, things start to work out a lot better and a lot smoother. So we're gonna go ahead and do some light language for this group. We're gonna do a clearing first to clear these dense energies, but then we're also going to bring the head and heart into alignment, okay? Asut urayamat yut urayat uta sita ura rama Piatu urayat iyati isut urayati. So we're also going to clear attachments. It feels like there's a couple of attachments here that are feeding off of these denser energies. Don't freak out. It happens more often than people think. Most people have attachments to them, unless they're doing the energy work to clear it out, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and get rid of these attachments. We're also going to get rid of any implants or imprints that are causing you to stay within this dense energy and this lower vibration. All right. Sutayamati sut urayat iyat 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 uraya uta prapayat isut uraya sit ititi 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 itut uratiti uraya Sutayamat iyamat 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 iyat iyat i suyati 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 Rapaya ita 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 prapayat i sut urayati i yutu tutu yat i tu uyat i tu uyat i tu uyat i tu uyat i. Okay, so while I was doing that clearing, it's still here a little bit. I got a really tight feeling in my shoulder up here, which is weird because usually for me when that happens, I get a lot of stress sometimes when a lot of bullshit is happening, and that happens on this shoulder for me. But for you, I'm feeling it in this shoulder. So whatever it is that you're holding, you carry it here, right? So we're just gonna go, we're gonna do a little bit of a meditation to release this. So go ahead and close your eyes, take a deep breath. And I want you to breathe into that part of your shoulder blades, and I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades together, kind of like, if you can see what I'm doing here, like squeezing them together and up and together, and round them forward, okay? So we're gonna do that a couple of times, and as you're doing that, you're just gonna breathe deeply into this part of your shoulder with the intention of releasing this tension that's there, okay? We're gonna release this stuck emotion. So you might cry, you might feel like screaming, you might be really mad and want to break something. If that's the case, then make sure that whatever you're breaking is something that you can break. Breaking things, I find, is a really great way to release anger. I like to break glass sometimes, like when I'm done with light bulbs, I will save them in a little box, and that's my little anger box, and when I get mad, I go smash them, and I throw, smash them into the dumpster, and they break and they shatter, and then all my energy is released that way. So we're just gonna release some energy, okay? So go ahead and take a nice deep breath into your shoulder blades, and let it out with the intention, they're doing some deep transmutation here, with the intention of letting go all that's no longer serving you here, okay? And then squeeze your shoulder blades back and take a deep breath in and let it out. Let out all that's no longer serving you, and bring them up. Still keep them squeezed in, and bring them up, and breathe in again. And breathe out with the intention of releasing that, whatever it is that you're holding there. And now bring them forward and round them out and down. And now we're going to do that, but we're going to do it fast. And we're going to take a breath. We're going to do in. We're going to do it an in breath when we go back. And then we're going to breathe out when we go up. And then we're going to breathe out when we go forward, okay? So we're going to bring it back. We're going to hold it. And then we're going to breathe out and bring it forward, okay? So go ahead and breathe in, shoulders back, breathe up, bring it up and hold it in, and breathe out and let it go forward. And just do that a couple more times, okay? Oh, that's better. Okay, so when we were doing this clearing, I was feeling a lot back here in the Zeal chakra, right? I forget the other name for it, but there's a couple different names for this chakra. It's located at the back of your head, like where your head meets your neck. Not everybody knows about this chakra. In case you didn't know, there are way more than 7 chakras, okay? But this chakra back here, it is what connects you to the divine, right? It is connected to your crown and connected to the divine. It's connected to your third eye as well. And when it is open and active, if you don't know that it's open and active, this is where like you get attachments, okay? This is where you get like spiritual warfare. This is where evil eye comes in. All of that comes in through this chakra. So it would be a good idea for you to cover that. If you see it, like I'm wearing my veil, or one of my veils, so this covers my forehead, right? It covers my crown, it covers my Zeal chakra, and it covers part of my third eye, not all of it, but part of it. Okay, so that is important for you. So if you don't have a veil, if you don't have a scarf that you can put around the back of your neck and your head, you can wear a hoodie. Wearing a hoodie is one of my favorite ways to veil, because people don't even really know that you're veiling. They're just like, that girl loves hoodies, she's always wearing a hoodie. Yeah, I love hoodies, I'm always wearing a hoodie, but I'm also protecting my chakras, from all the energy, because you can pick up energies, and if your chakras are overactive, which I feel this group has overactive chakras, then you can be picking up a lot of stuff that you don't want to be picking up, okay? It's important to clear yourself and cleanse your energy, okay? Especially if you're feeling like you got attachments and you're feeling like headaches and stuff like that. If you're getting a lot of consistent headaches, you probably have some kind of blockage or attachment in one of these chakras up here, either your third eye, your crown, or your Zeal, or even your soul star, right? So you should be clearing them out, and that will definitely help a lot more with that. And it's just good spiritual hygiene too, to just keep them covered and keep all of your chakras cleared and balanced. But specifically, I'm getting for this group, you need to focus on this chakra back here, clearing it out and keeping it protected. Let's see what else is coming through. So your guides want you to get out and connect with the sunshine. Whatever way that you like to be outdoors to connect with the sun, you should be doing that at least 5 minutes a day. And when you're doing that, you should close your eyes and look up to the sun and allow it to penetrate your third eye, right? This is not only going to clear your third eye out, but it's going to strengthen it as well. And also, if you see how I'm tapping here, EFT tapping is really, really powerful. It's something that you should definitely look into. But when you tap your third eye, you're activating it, okay? And you're making it stronger, okay? So this group needs more meditation practice. You need to have a consistent meditation practice, even if it's just 5 minutes a day, whether that's in the morning or at night. 5 minutes of your day to just sit and connect with yourself. You also really need to do some spiritual healing and some shadow work, okay? I see that this group has experienced a lot of trauma, has experienced a lot of unpleasant experiences, and they're holding on to them, right? They're carrying it with them, and they're also running away from all of the shadow work that they should be doing, right? They're running away from the parts of them that want to be healed, right? So do some inner child work, do some, go find some shadow work that resonates with you the most, right? Whatever's calling out to you right now. It feels like inner child is really what's needed here. Oh, throat chakra. I gotta clear my throat chakra. Let me take a sip of this first. Ugh. You need to also speak your truth, right? Your throat chakra gets blocked when you're not speaking your truth and you're not acknowledging your truth, okay? Acknowledging and speaking your truth is really important. Being authentic is really important, because when you don't do that, not only are you blocking your throat chakra, which creates blockages in the rest of your body, but you're allowing, you're wearing a mask essentially. Okay, you're not being your true self, and then when you're not in alignment with yourself, sorry, I don't have a fry powder right now. When you're not in alignment with yourself and who you really are, and you're not speaking your truth and knowing your truth and acknowledging it, you are not in alignment with who you really are. And when you're not in alignment with who you really are, that's when you have things like depression start happening, right? Because your avatar is trying to tell you, hey, I don't like this. I don't like pretending to be this person that we're really not. I don't like holding back what I really feel. I don't like holding back what I really want to say. Let's just say it. Let's just feel it, okay? And also with just this, let's just feel it. Your inner self, right? Your higher self, your inner child, your inner being, really, it's tired of this. It's tired of feeling this way. and it wants to feel the feelings so that it can move on, right? When you shove your feelings down and when you run away from your feelings and you don't allow yourself to feel them, you're not doing yourself a service, okay? You're actually doing yourself a disservice, because you're just like creating a ticking time bomb for everything to explode, okay? But when you feel your feelings and you just sit down and you cry, or you just sit down and be mad, and sit down and just, or get up and scream and stomp your feet and allow that energy to be released, then another plane, it's a Navy plane. I live by an airbase. Excuse me, transmutation. You make room, right? When you let go of everything, you make room for who you really are to shine through, and you make room for your blessings to come through, and you allow yourself to have the shift that it is that you're really wanting to have, right? Because right now I see this like contradicting feelings and emotions, right? You're what you want is contradicting what you're doing, right? Your actions are not aligning with what it is that you want, right? You want to not feel this way anymore. You want to manifest the life that you want. You want to move forward and move on, but you're not doing the work that you need to do that. You're doing everything you can try to think of to distract yourself, and you're kind of like dressing it up as you doing the work, which a lot of people do. Don't feel bad about it. But yeah, so let's bring some more light language through, just to help with that, to help you to sit down and do that shadow work that you need to do, so that you can create that shift that you need, so you can move on and you can feel better, and you can, get to that higher vibration that you were once at, or that you want to be at, okay? Usat ayamat isut urayat itu urat urayat isut urayamati urayama usat aya parapati titi Sutayama. So for some of you, I'm also getting this very clear message to go and connect with the ocean. If you live by the ocean, then that is your sign that is what you need to do. You need to go get in the ocean. Just jump in, submerge yourself in it, connect with Yamaya and the ocean, and just ask for some healing. Ask the ocean to heal you, and ask it for some release, right? And allow the tears to flow through. If you're out there and you feel like you don't want to start crying, just start crying, okay? Let it out. It's okay. Once you're done and you're done crying, you will feel better. Promise. I promise you. Okay? I have a good cry every now and then. Sometimes more often than not, but then sometimes I don't cry at all for a couple months, but sometimes you just need to cry it out, alright? So let's pull some self-care cards here. Let's go ahead and pull some self-care cards. See what self-care you need, because this group definitely needs a lot of self-care. Wow! Did not say you need a lot of self-care. Good. So I wasn't laughing at you, I was just laughing at how, so many cards came out. Weird. Okay, so chanting, right? Do some mantras. Mantras will change your life, okay? So I was telling group 1 about this, right? How, I'm not going to go deep into it. If you want to go and find it, I'll make a timestamp. But they will really change your life. So when I first was introduced to mantras, it was Shri Ram, Jai Ram, JJ Ram, right? And the teacher who taught it to me was like, it'll change your life, it'll make all these things happen, right? So I listened to it for about a month and nothing really happened, and I was like, this is bullshit, and I stopped doing it, right? And then a whole bunch of stuff happened in my life, and I didn't even realize that it was because of the mantras, right? Because I was expecting it to bring these magical experiences that were all butterflies and rainbows, but really what happened was a blessing in disguise. And I had this tower moment that came from doing the mantras, because what I had going on in my life was not in alignment with me and who I am, and so it needed to come to an end so that I can move forward, right? So get into mantras, do some chanting, find a mantra that is in alignment with you. So Shri Ram, Jai Ram, JJ Ram, that's a good one. If that's calling to you and resonates with you, do that one. The second mantra that I ever found and started connecting with, which is one of my all-time favorites, is a mantra for Ganesha. Lord Ganesha is the bringer of new opportunities, right? He clears the path of all obstacles and he brings new opportunities. And my favorite mantra for that is Om Gam Gana Patahe Namaha, right? Om Gam Gana Patahe Namaha. Om Gam Gana Patahe Namaha. There are a lot of songs out there that utilize the mantra that are really beautiful. Satsang has a couple of them. Sam Garrett has a really beautiful one that I actually have been playing pretty much every day for the past year. The Om Ganesha song is really, that's my favorite version of the Om Gam Ganapatahe Namaha mantra. So meditate, okay? You're being urged to meditate. I'm definitely going to put a timestamp on when I get into talking about that meditation in group 1, because I don't want to just repeat myself and make the video longer than it needs to be. But meditation really truly will change your life. It'll help shift your perspective, and I know it takes some time, and I know that it can be really frustrating when you're doing a new thing and you're expecting the change and it's not happening the way you expect it to happen, and the things aren't changing the way you want them to change. But I promise you, if you keep doing it and you be consistent with it, things will change and shift for you. You just have to keep at it and keep doing it, okay? Aromatherapy. So you can clear your system and your body with aromatherapy. You can also shift your mindset and your mood and your states of consciousness with aromatherapy, right? So look into aromatherapy, find a scent that resonates with you, whether it's lavender, sage, rosemary, whether it's a citrusy scent, okay? Find whatever scent resonates with you, and bring that into your life, whether it's through candles or an oil diffuser. Aromatherapy is going to be very, very good for you. It's going to help clear out all this gunk that's in your system, all this density. Intuition, okay? This group has a really strong intuition, but because of all of the past bullshit that you've been through, you have a really hard time trusting yourself, your intuition, and other people. And I get it, I understand it. I've definitely been there in that position, but I promise you, when you listen to your intuition and you trust it and you take action as guided, things work out very magically, okay? Magic really does exist. I feel like this group needs that reminder that magic really does exist. When you listen to your intuition, you allow for that to happen, okay? You allow for that magic to unfold. You need to clean your space, okay? And this is not just energetically, not just your body and your energy systems, but you need to clear your home. Do a deep cleaning. It's springtime. Do a nice deep spring cleaning. Get rid of everything that is not serving you anymore, everything that you've just been hoarding and holding on to that you don't need. Get rid of it, okay? Give it away, sell it, do whatever. Get it out of your house, get it out of your system, clean it up. Use some really nice smelling cleaners, right? I love lavender cleaners. I love Fabuloso, but I also really love to clean with vinegar and essential oils, so I will load up on essential oils and clean with that. I also love my steam cleaner. I will put essential oils in that and just go around making everything smell good and look all shiny and pretty and clean, right? So go do some deep cleaning, okay? Clean your space. And watch a movie, okay? You need to have some fun, and watching a movie is a great way of having fun when you're in this down and stressy, depressy kind of mood, because it doesn't really require you to go out and be around people, and I really feel like this group kind of needs that me time. So watching a movie allows you to have that sense of connection with people. It allows you to have live into a fantasy world, right? So go watch a fantasy movie or a comedy movie or whatever kind of movie makes you happy. Try to stay away from horror films and depressing, sad movies. You want to find a happy movie, okay? Beauty rituals, okay? So this is really important. When you look good, you feel good, right? When you feel good, you look good, vice versa. So if you take the time to just take a shower, do your hair, if you're inclined to do some makeup, whether you're male or female, do some makeup, paint your nails, do whatever makes you feel beautiful. Maybe put on some jewelry, put on a scarf, you know, put on some beautiful earrings that you really like. Do something that makes you feel beautiful. Whether or not anybody's going to see it, it's going to help you make you feel better. And then you should honestly make a daily practice of it, okay? Make a daily practice of getting up and making yourself beautiful. Engage in this beauty ritual. Make yourself feel like the badass bitch that you fucking are, and go and conquer the day, okay? Pleasure, okay? Pleasure is very healing. I know a lot of people, there's like a lot of stigma around sex and pleasure, but sex and pleasure is actually really, really healing. That's part of the reason why there is so much stigma around it, right? The patriarchy doesn't want us to know that sex is healing and that, you know, pleasuring yourself is very healing. It's not wrong to masturbate. It's not wrong at all, okay? I'm not getting that sex is really like with another person is in the cards for this group right now at this moment. If you are having sex with other people, make sure you're doing so in a way that is beneficial to you and that you are being treated in the way that you deserve. But really what I'm getting here for this pleasure is that you should really take some time to sit with your body and just pleasure yourself, you know, give yourself a nice little massage. If you're a woman, you know, give your titties a nice little massage, stimulate your nipples, you know, play with your pussy. If you're a man, go jack off. And when you're doing it, don't look to porn to help get you excited and get you go there. This pleasure is to help you connect with you and yourself. So you can actually even connect these things, right? You can meditate before you do it. Get yourself into a nice meditative state. Get some candles going, get the lighting going, right? Put in a smell that really makes you feel good and makes you connect with yourself, and really connect with your body. Feel it and touch it, and just listen to what it is that your body wants, and allow yourself to feel it and to feel good and to have that release, because it's really going to be helpful for you there. All right, group 2, go drink some water, go play with yourself, go feel good, and I'll see you next time, okay? Okay. All right, let's clear. So, group 3. It's the little cubey cube. It's such a pretty little cube. It's a quartz cube. I don't remember the name right now, but I'm sure I'll remember when I'm uploading the video and I'll write it in there. So this is your group. Let's go ahead and connect with this energy here. This group is really playful, really light, very angelic, okay? This group connects deeply with the angelic realms, definitely. And I'm also seeing that the angelic realm is really, it's trying to get your attention right now. So whether you're aware of the fact that you connect with the angelic realm or not, you do. And the angels are trying to get your attention. They're sending you angel numbers, right? 22, 222, 333. These are ways for the angels to communicate with you, okay? And once you start noticing these numbers, you're going to start seeing more numbers and different patterns and all of this really cool stuff, right? So start paying attention to that and really start connecting with your angels more. They're there for you. They want to help you. They cannot intervene without your consent, though, right? Because they follow the law of non-intervention. All right, group 3. We're going to start over because my phone ran out of memory and I had to clear it out. And then I lost the little cube. I had to go find it so that I could connect with your energy again. And I really feel like that was meant to happen, and that this is telling me that this is kind of where you are in life. Like, yes, you are connected to the angelic realm. You might be an earth angel, you might be something different, but you are very connected to the angelic and higher realms, right? But it really feels like you are at this turning point in your life where you are starting over with a fresh slate, after finding yourself again, after you had lost yourself for a little bit of time due to like depression, or maybe you were wearing a mask and, you know, being somebody that you're not. But it doesn't really matter what that past was and how you lost yourself, because you found yourself and you're starting over all over again, right? And so we have some light language coming through, and this language that's coming through, this coding that's coming through, is to help you to continue to embody and embrace your truest and highest self. And also to connect with the higher realms, the angelic realms, so that you can see, hear and feel your guidance more clearly that's coming through from the angels, because they definitely are trying to get your attention. And it feels like sometimes you see the angel numbers, like you see 2233, 323, 222, 555. You see all these angel numbers, but you don't really like stop to ask what it really means, and you don't really act on the guidance that you're receiving. You kind of just are like, oh yeah, angel numbers, my manifestation is going to come true, right? But these, like, when, yeah, sometimes it does mean that your manifestation is coming to fruition, but a lot of times this is how your guides are trying to get your attention, especially the angels and your angelic guides. So let's go ahead and bring those codes through now. Ayasut urayat yamat urayat sut urayat sur urayat ayat ut ayati ut urayat sut uraya sit uraya sut urayamati yamatu urayamati ayati uta ayati sut uraya. Sutaya mati patia suturaya maya oya mayati suturaya iyati suturaya mayati maturaya mati. So, being guided specifically to remind you to drink water. Water is really good for you, especially when you're receiving any kind of energy work right after you get light language or you do any type of energy work. You need to be drinking water. But this group specifically, you need to drink more water on a consistent basis, whether or not you're having energy work being done or whether or not you're doing energy work yourself, right? Because of who you are, like, I feel like I'm talking to a bunch of earth angels. Earth angels have a very high vibration. We have a lot of energies that flow through us. We need a lot of grounding and a lot of water to help these energies to continue to flow through us like a river, right? We don't want it to be blocked up like a dam. We don't want it to be like a dry lake that is dehydrated. We want to be consistently flowing, right? And if you're not drinking enough water, then you are going to get dehydrated very quickly, because energy will dehydrate you, right? When you have a lot of very high vibrational energies flowing through you, you're basically an open circuit, right? You have energy flowing through you constantly, all the time. And this will not only drain you if you're not grounding, but it will deplete and dehydrate you if you're not filling your body back up with the water that you need and giving your body the nourishment and the nutrition that it really needs. So it's really important that you keep drinking water, okay? Eat grounding foods, get grounded, go and do some exercise, right? Ride a bike, do some yoga, do some push-ups. Anything that helps get you grounded, right? Eating really grounding foods. Go look up what foods are associated with the root chakra and what foods are really grounding. I personally love potatoes and onions and eggs. I eat it a lot. a lot. I eat it so much that I will get burnt out on them and not eat them for like a month or two, and then I'll go back to eating them all the time because it's just so good. Like the combination of like sauteed onions with some like home fried potatoes with some peppers in it, and then some like egg over easy. Oh my god, it's the best thing in the whole fucking world. Oh my god. Okay, anyway, let's move on. So I'm hearing the song Amazing Grace. You might want to play that, because it definitely feels, like I said, it feels like you were lost. You lost yourself. And I'm getting losing myself to drinking and drugging, okay? This might not resonate with everybody, but ooh, deep transmutation there. It feels like some of you, a majority of you, have lost yourself or had lost yourself to drugging and drinking, and you are on the path to sobriety and starting over and finding your true self and your authentic voice, and finding yourself again. What once was lost now is found. I once was lost, but now I'm found. You found yourself. You've found your authentic voice. Some of you are speaking your truth and using your authenticity. Some of you are not. Some of you are still wearing a mask. That's okay. You take it one step at a time. Keep doing the shadow work. Keep doing the transmutation. Sorry, I burp when I transmute heavy energies. It feels like your heart chakra and your higher heart needs some clearing, so we're gonna clear that in a little bit. Do you see how I'm tapping here on my heart chakra right over here, my heart and higher heart area? EFT tapping is really, really good for you. It helps to release trapped energy, right? You can tap here on your heart chakra, on your center. You can tap over here. You can tap over here. You can tap over here. You can tap over here, under your eyes, up here, on your temples, right? If you go look up EFT, you can learn different EFT routines, right? There are certain places that you can tap in a certain, way when you're saying affirmations, or just keep tapping. That will help to release stuck energy and help you to move forward with that. It's a really great, powerful tool to use when doing shadow work and when using energy work as well. So we're just clearing the heart here. We've got some cosmic energies coming through, and we also have some angelic healing coming through to clear this. So we're just gonna sit and breathe a little bit until it's clear. What's up? Ayasut urayamati ita mate uta sayat idu urayamati 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 it ate ita suyamati 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 urayat 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 urayamati yamati uyamati ayamati yati amati yamati 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 yamati. Suyamayati. I'm hearing that this group needs more meditation. That's actually a common thread between all of these groups, is meditation. You need to meditate more. Meditation is so good for you. And there's so many different ways to meditate. It's kind of really cool. One of my favorite ways to meditate is on a pole. If you don't know about me, I am a sex worker. I'm not actively engaged in the industry right now because I got a whole bunch of shit going on, but it is what it is. But I love being on the pole. Meditation in motion is one of my favorite ways to meditate. Now, I do sit and meditate and sit in stillness and quietness sometimes, but I love to turn on some music and move my body and just get into that flow zone, right? So maybe you might want to take that up, or maybe another form of dance is calling to you, because motion and meditation and motion is still meditation, right? So dance is a form of meditation. It's also very grounding. Hula hooping, it's a form of meditation and motion. It's very grounding. It's very fun too. It gets you in the flow. So whatever it is that's calling you, whatever form of meditation is speaking most to you, is kind of screaming to you to do it, go do that, right? Go sit with yourself and meditate, whether it's in motion, whether it's in quietness and stillness. Do that. Some of you might be called to mantras. Mantras are very powerful. They can change your life in so many different ways. There are so many different mantras out there. One of my favorites is Om Gam Gana Patahe Namaha, right? It's the mantra for Ganesha. And if you don't know who Ganesha is, he is the bringer of new beginnings, right? He clears the path, removes our obstacles, and brings new beginnings for you, right? And so this is where you are. You are having a fresh start, and you're having this new beginning. So it would make sense to connect with him, right? Yeah. So there are other mantras for Ganesha if you want to go explore them. Don't have to take the ones that I'm suggesting. Find one that suits you and calls to you the most, but that one is one of my favorites, especially particularly right now. It's been sitting with me because I too am starting over after I lost myself, right? I actually I've been sober for 4 years now, but 4 years ago I was raging alcoholic in active alcoholism, and it had been I had I had bouts of soberness in between and sobriety in between, but this has been by far been the longest bout. And it was because when I decided that I wanted to get sober, I decided to ask my angels to help me, right? I asked the archangels to help me with it. I asked my angels to help me with it. I asked the fairies. I asked literally all my guides to help me with it. I asked Ganesha to help me with it. I asked Kalima to help me with it. I asked Source, I asked all of these higher beings, all of my whole spiritual team to help me with it, and they did, right? So if you're having a hard time with sobriety, maybe look to your guides, connect with them more, and have them help you. Ask them, invite them in, because if you don't know, the angels and all benevolent beings, they follow the rule of non-intervention, right? The universal law of non-intervention, meaning that they will not interfere unless you ask them for help, right? There are certain situations where they will jump in, but those situations are far and few between, and there's typically a contract written before you incarnate that if this were to happen, that they would step in, which you had already given your consent beforehand. Oh my god, we got more transmutation. We got some deep energies that we're clearing out here. Like, it's so much energy clearing that I can't even really focus on like what other energies are coming through to channel the message, besides like clearing and connecting with your angels and your guides. I'm also now that that's cleared, I'm getting the message that you need to eat better, right? So I think we mentioned grounding foods. I'm not really sure if I mentioned that in this one for you guys or if that was in another group, but grounding foods are really important. They're really good for you, especially for the earth angels and the higher vibrational, the divine beings that are here. We resonate at a very high frequency, so we have a lot more energy that we need to ground in to be present and be here and right to anchor into this grid. We have to ground, so we have to do more grounding. I ground in the morning when I wake up. I ground throughout the day, right? I have little practices that I do, and like in the morning when I wake up, I go into meditation, I express gratitude, and I ground. I eat a nice grounding breakfast, and then throughout my day, when I feel it's needed, I get physical. Maybe I will just stop and visualize that I have roots coming from my feet, or that my grounding cord is reconnecting to the earth, right? I also clear my energy system throughout the day consistently. Anytime I'm grounding, I'm clearing out my energy system, just because I am very connected. I have a lot of spiritual activity happens around me. I'm just kind of like a hotspot for it, so I attract a lot of things, good and bad. So it's important to clear my energy, right? And not suck it, not keep it in, especially if you're empathic, if you're highly empathic like I am. You have a tendency to pick up other people's energies, right? You have to clear that out, because if you don't, then it's just gonna become a part of you, and we don't want that, right? We want to be ourselves. We want to be our true divine self. We don't want to have masks. We don't want to have influences from other people. We don't want to have imprints from other people. We want to just be ourselves, right? So every now and then we have to just bring ourselves out, reconnect, recenter, and reground, right? A really good way to do, right? So just sometimes just stop, place your hands on your heart, close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and check in with your body, right? And just see, like, what is your body trying to tell you? What's going on? How are you feeling physically? How are you feeling mentally, emotionally? What's going on in your aura? What's going on in your other bodies, right? Because we have more than one body, right? We have our physical body, but there's 8 different layers to the human body, right? And so there's stuff that can be going on in all of those layers, right? So if you sit and connect and you just see what's going on, then you have a better chance in knowing, like, okay, this needs to be cleared out. Okay, I need to do some grounding. I need to go and do that. I need to do some shadow work. I need to do some energy work, right? Right, okay. I don't know if this is a song or if it's just coming to me in song, but I'm hearing, let the sun shine in. Right? So go outside and let the sunshine into your life, right? Let it come into your third eye. Clear it out. Expand it. Strengthen it. The sun is so good for you in so many different ways. If you go sit out in the sun and you connect with yourself and you meditate under the sun, you will feel how powerful it really is. The sun is always giving us healing codes and helping us to heal ourselves and our bodies. So what's coming through now are more codes, and this is just a deep clearing. It's like a deep cleaning spring, like it's springtime, so it's like I'm being seen spring cleaning, right? So we're just gonna go in and we're just gonna do a deep sweep and clear out anything that is no longer serving us. And so we have cosmic energy healing is flowing through right now. And there are some light codes that are going to come through as well. But first we're just sweeping and clearing. Clearing and sweeping and sweeping and clearing and clearing and sweeping and sweeping and clearing. Clearing out all the cobwebs. Ooh, getting deep down into all the cracks and crevices. All of the places where things might be stuck, where things are gunk up. We're just clearing it out. Aya sut uraya makiti sat aya tu uraya maya sit iya sit iya sit iya sit iya sit iyo ayati 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 uraya ma. Uya sat iya sut uraya mati amati sut uraya sit iya sut uraya. Aya sut uraya piti sat aya sit iya sit aya. Aya sut urayama ya iya ti i sat urayama i sat aya tu urayamati. Suyati i suyati a sayati titi 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 aya sut urayati i sat aya. We're just getting deep down in there. All of the places where things have been just kept and held. All the stuck energy is being cleared and removed and bringing things back into balance and alignment. So that was it. I'm gonna go ahead and pull some self-care cards for you, group 3. Let me drink some more water here. I really feel like this group really needs a lot of water. Like, drink some water. Alright, let's see what self-care is in the cards for you. You know, I'm hearing that song now. I just looked up and I see 3 little birds on the wire, and I heard that song. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds each by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true. Singing, this is my message to you. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. So I'm getting 2 messages out of that for you, right? One, the first and foremost, the most obvious one, is that everything's gonna be alright, right? And also that you should be waking up with the sun, right? You should be going to bed or at least settling down and starting your nighttime routine when the sun is setting and going down. Oh, excuse me. Wow, so much transmutation in this group. And then you should be rising with the sun. People who follow Ayurveda follow this. I follow this, right? The sun's actually about to be setting here very soon. I'm gonna be going down, and well, I'm actually a little bit late. I usually eat dinner like right about this time, but things happen. I'm gonna go make some dinner, and then I'm gonna go do my nighttime routine and do my little self-care, my bedtime self-care, and call it a night. And so that I can wake up nice and early with the sun. I actually wake up just before the sun, and then I like to come out and see it rise. Sometimes I don't make it, but that's what I like to do. Alright, so we got a burning bowl ritual, right? To let go of all that's no longer serving you. Look, it even says it there on the card. I just looked at it. It says to let go, right? So if you've never done a burning bowl ritual, what you do is you're going to take a piece of paper, right? It doesn't matter what kind of paper it is. Parchment paper works best, but really doesn't matter, okay? You're also going to take a pen. Again, it doesn't really matter what kind of pen it is. If you have a blue pen, that is best, right? Because blue pen and blue ink connects with the spiritual realms. There's a whole science and spiritual stuff behind it. But if you don't have a blue pen, you only have a notebook paper, that is fine. And this one's coming for you too. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna take that paper, you're gonna take your pen, and you're gonna write down everything that you're letting go of, right? You're gonna write, I now let go of this, right? And everything that you're going to let go of, you're going to do the same. I now let go of this. 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 I now let go of this, right? And then you're going to burn it in a fire safe bowl outside, somewhere safe, so you're not going to start a fire, right? So you're going to take all that that no longer serves you, everything you're ready to let go of, you're going to write it down, and you're going to burn it, okay? That is going to help you release everything that's no longer serving you, okay? And then you're going to get another piece of paper, you take your pen, and you're going to write some positive affirmations. Okay, and you're going to repeat these positive affirmations to yourself every day, and you're going to write them down every day for at least 21 days, okay? There's a reason why 21 days. It takes 21 days to make or break a habit. It takes 21 days to change your mindset. Okay? Music. Connect with music, okay? And connect with sound. Whether you are a musician and you play it yourself, or you're feeling called to play music yourself, or you just like to listen to music, find something that resonates with you and your soul and allow it to heal you, okay? Music is very, very healing. It's also very high vibrational. If your vibration is really low, go turn on some music, sing along, sing a little song if you don't have any music with you, and it'll raise your vibration. I personally break out into song pretty much all the time, and my kid is always telling me that it's so embarrassing, but you know what? I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be me and do what I want to do and raise my vibration when I feel like it needs to be raised, okay? Be still, okay? So you need to be still and have some stillness in your life, right? You need to have some stillness meditation, right? And this doesn't mean that you need to be still all the time, because you actually have movement here as well, right? You want to have a nice equal balance between stillness and movement. You want to move your body and get rid of the energies that you want to get rid of. You want to ground yourself with this movement as well, but then you also want to take time to be still and do some introspection. Go within yourself and see what it is that you need to work on, right? Find out what it is that you need to heal and let go of, what it is that you need to release, what it is you need to transmute, because there's obviously a lot here. I haven't stopped burping this whole entire time, and I only burp like that when I'm dealing with very deep transmutation or when I drink a lot of soda, and I don't drink soda anymore. Chanting, mantras, okay? So this came up, mantras came up, I think, for every single group, so did meditation, right? Chanting and doing mantras is so I don't know how many times I could say it. It will change your life. It'll change your life, right? And I love introducing everybody to Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha, right? It's Ganesha's mantra, and Ganesha is, he clears the way, he clears the path, he removes all obstacles and allows for new opportunities to come through, right? So Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha, maybe that's resonating with you, maybe that's calling to you, maybe something is different is calling to you, right? Maybe the first mantra that ever came into my life was Shri Ram, Jai Ram, JJ Ram, and I thought it was so stupid, it sounded so silly, but I did it anyway for 21 days or 10 days, I don't even remember anymore, it was so long ago. And then like I was expecting all of this like magical stuff to happen, and like it did, but not in the way that I thought, right? I had this like tower moment that was ended up being a blessing in disguise, and now I understand that it was really magical the way it happened, and it was because of the mantra. But at that time I was like, nothing is happening, nothing is working, this is fucking bullshit, now my life is just worse than it was before. But actually it was a blessing in disguise, and it saved me from going down the wrong path, right? So find a mantra that works for you. Maybe Lakshmi's calling to you, right? Om Shri Lakshmi Mahadevi Namaha. Maybe Kali Ma. Kali Ma is so great. Now, if you are not ready to take things seriously, don't work with her, okay? Because you're just not gonna have a good time. Because she is very serious. She don't take no shit. She is very loving, but she gives you that tough love if you fucking need that tough love, right? And so Kali Ma, you can do Om Dom Durga, right? That's a really good one. Yeah, so go find a mantra that resonates with you, and then go do something with your hands, right? Go do some kind of art with your hands, whether that's pottery, whether that is jewelry making, whether you're like getting your hands dirty and gardening, right? I'm feeling that very deeply for you guys. Like, go get your hands in some dirt or do some sand art or something like that. Connect with the elements. That'll be very helpful for you, right? I feel that's it for the messages, but there is more like clearing coming through, more deep cosmic energy that's just gonna flow. So I'm just gonna sit here and allow for that to flow through until the transmutation is done. Excuse me, sorry for burping in your face, guys. Isat uraya mati iati utad ayati tisati isati 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 iturayama. A whole bunch of birds just started flying away, so I feel like that is symbolizing you like getting your wings and flying up away after you clearing all this deep energy and doing this shadow work, okay? So I'm gonna end that here. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want to subscribe. Don't if you don't. It's whatever. I don't really care. But I thank you for being here. I thank you for trusting me, and thank you for like doing the work and putting yourself first. Because I know that shadow work can be hard, and I know that like doing the work and healing yourself and looking at the aspects of yourself that might not be so pretty and that you might not like so much is really hard to do, but you're doing it, and I'm proud of you, okay? If nobody's told you that, I'm proud of you. All right, have a great day. Go drink some water, bitch, okay? If you don't know, if you didn't see my other video, bitch means be in total control, honey. All right, so you need to be in total control, honey. You need to take control of your life, take control of you and your beingness, and go be a bad bitch. Alright, go drink some water. Alright. I'll see you next time. Bye.